Hey guys, it's Cisco, and I've just unboxed this absolute monster of a piece. So I'm pretty exhausted, but I just wanted to try and get you guys a quick video before I lose all the light, because unfortunately, as usual, I do have to pack him up for storage. So just to give you my really short review, I think it's an absolutely amazing sculpt. That's been given a decent paint job and had pretty terrible packaging, but we all knew that already. So, but yeah, the piece itself, it's huge. It's got great presence, and it's really quite magnificent. I do have a couple of little issues slash things that I don't like or think could have been done a bit better. But on the whole, yeah, I'm really happy, and I'm obviously ecstatic that it has turned up without any kind of major damage. So I'll just get you guys some close-ups now. So I forget which portrait this is because ARH changed the reg portrait and the X portrait a couple of times. These horns used to be on the other head, so I'm kind of confused which head's which now, but I will switch out to the other head a bit later. So this is the one with the bone horns, and it's got kind of a darker paint job on it. I really like them both actually, but yeah, they look really great. So there's the horns there, and they've got kind of mud, like more black paint coming towards the ends of them. And he's got the kind of glowing red eyes in there. And then the chainmail coming down the front. And then you've got shoulder armor and the chainmail. The paint on all the armor's pretty good. It's maybe a little bit too much in certain areas, but yeah, not too bad. This shield's probably one of the things that could have been painted a little bit better. It's just kind of a really basic silver paint job. Nothing really to write home about. And then coming down the front, so he's got the skulls on the collar there. That looks really cool. So in the areas where they've done kind of a light paint job, as you can kind of see here on the chainmail on the chest, it looks really great. And then, so if you can kind of see around the neck area, the paint's a bit thick, so it kind of clogs and clumps a bit. So you lose a bit of the detail on there, as opposed to kind of areas like this. But from a normal viewing distance, you don't really see it, so it's not too much of a problem. Belt looks really nice. Beautiful sculpt by Aaron Beinart. Just really excellent. This was a cool detail too, which I'd never sort of seen before. So it's kind of got, this is his saddle, and it's got this kind of gold detailing on it, which is really nice. And then these reins here are, they're like a leather mixed media, which then turns into sculpted that goes towards the mouth of the horse. So that's really, really nice. And then you've got the armor plating on the legs. Looks really nice too. It turns into chainmail on the legs. So you've got his stirrups. So this was kind of an interesting design. So the stirrup part is actually kind of separate and free floating, and it just magnets onto the bottom of the foot, and then the foot pegs into the leg with a magnet. So that was interesting. I do wish the magnets on the feet had been a little bit stronger. I just, it makes me feel better when pieces have a strong magnet. It's kind of a weaker kind of a magnet. But the boots themselves, and the stirrups look really, really nice. And there is actually the star coming off the back of them there. Get a better shot. Yeah, so that looks really nice. So then you've got this kind of collar coming around the horse, done in like a bronze type of a paint. That looks very nice. And then sort of getting onto the horse itself, you've got the hair there. It's got some of these little scars. And yeah, the reins there. Coming down into the head. The eyes look fantastic. And try and sort of get you the mouth if I can. I don't know how much of that you can actually see. But yeah, there's the tongue and the teeth. Yeah, it looks really nice. Right, so I might just do this other side before I go around to the back. So you've got the legs of the horse there. So as some other people have mentioned, there's actually no pegs on any of the feet of the horse, which had me really worried, to be honest. There's just little indents where the feet go. And people said it was stable. I really wasn't convinced, but once you put it on, it does feel fairly stable because the horse is so heavy. So yeah, hopefully no kind of problems with that in the future. So here's the rest of the saddle. So you got the details on the back there, and you got all the gold. This looks really nice. It kind of pops with all the black. So that does look really good. And then these are metal, which looks really nice. So then you've got more of the horse. So the horse is kind of like a black with some brown highlights, and then sort of a little bit of blue highlights in here in certain places. And it does kind of look like, you can see right there, in certain places it looks like some of the paint's actually rubbed off on the styrofoam, which, yeah, like I said, the packaging is just like, this is such a beautiful, magnificent statue, and so much love and care was put into the sculpt, and then yeah, for things just kind of be, marred a bit by the packaging, I just think it's really a shame. So yeah, there's kind of here and a few other spots where it kind of looks like a little bit of paint might have rubbed off. There were some heavy rubs on the plastic wrapping, which do correspond to those kind of spots. But when you stand back, it does kind of just look like shading. So I'm really not, I'm not worried. But anyway, so the tail is a separate piece that plugs in. The join is definitely not perfect. That could be better. But yeah, it's not actually kind of a gap per se. It's just kind of, yeah, the alignment seems to be a little bit off. I don't know if that's just mine or not. So there's the tail. It does look good. And then just the rest of the legs. And then, okay, so probably my least favourite part on this piece would be the base. Just because I think that the paint job isn't as good as the rest of the statue. I think it kind of lets it down. So if you can kind of see, it's fairly bland kind of rock colour. And then it's got the little trails of blood kind of running through it. But just compared to the blood on my Death Dealer 3, which was beautiful and bright and glossy and looked fantastic, this looks quite dull in comparison. It's not really very glossy, and it's not a bright red. So I do wish that could have been done a little bit different. Apologies, those are my dogs getting a bit excited. And then, so on these skulls, it kind of looks like they were all painted grey, the same colour as the rocks, and then just with a little bit of brown applied on top, because in fairly large kind of portions of them, there's like grey paint kind of everywhere, if you know what I mean. Yeah, with just kind of a little bit of brown. So I wish they were more skull coloured, more bone coloured. Yeah, I think I would have preferred that. So yeah, just wish the paint on the base could have been a little bit better. I'm just trying to be as honest as possible. It does still look good. It's a fantastic statue. But yeah, so, and then I've just realised I've missed his axe before I go around to the back. So you've just got the cape, like cloak kind of draping over the arm there. And then you've got the axe handle coming up into the axe. And same thing I was saying kind of on the blood on the base. I do wish this could have been kind of more red and glossy for the blood on the axe. And then just coming around quickly, I do have a problem on the base. So this is kind of the only damage that has occurred during shipping, where there's this back of this rock has this kind of spot where it looks like the paint must have rubbed off. I don't know. Anyway, it's this kind of random big white spot sort of in the middle of the base. So luckily it is on the back. I might try and find someone at some stage to just touch that up for me. But yeah, so otherwise, here's the other side of the horse. And again with the stirrups and the chainmail, and then you've got the back of the cloak here. So there are these kind of spots of blood. There's one there, and there's one around there. And it's, yeah, it looks like it's got little rips and tears in it, which is a nice detail. And then the back of the helmet here. And again with the saddle and the back of the horse. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much it, guys. I'll just swap out the heads quickly and give you a quick look at the other head. Okay guys, here we go with the other head. I really like this one too, actually. So this one's got the it's got the silver horns instead of the bone horns. It's a slightly different design on the helmet, and it's got a slightly lighter paint job sort of in general, more silverish, obviously on the metal horns, but also on the front of the helmet too. And I don't really understand why. It's funny they switched the horns. So this one has these metal looking horns, and then it's got like a bone, like a wooden bone looking spike at the top, and the other one's got the sort of bone horns, but then a metal spike at the top. So I don't know. I don't really know what's happened there, but you don't really notice when it's on display. And I have to say, I really, really do like both of the heads, and I definitely plan to be switching them out. So this silver one gives it a kind of, I guess, a lighter kind of look. So it kind of really accentuates the silver in the piece and the armor, whereas the darker head with the bone horns definitely gives it a more shadowy kind of a look, you know, a more mysterious kind of look. But I do really like them both. So yeah, just making sure I get the details. It's got the chainmail again at the front. Just give you a quick shot at the back. Yeah, looks great. Beautiful piece, guys. Like I said, huge. Has lots of presence. Yeah, I do wish the base could pop a bit more with the paint job. But other than that, I'm really, really happy. Yeah, I'll just get that little rock on the back of the base touched up at some stage, and then yeah, he's pretty much perfect. But yeah, I'm so happy to finally finally have it. Relieved nothing's broken. And yeah, if anybody's still waiting for this, which I think some people are, I think you're gonna be really happy when he turns up. So I'm sorry this turned into a long video, and but thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for sticking with me, and I hope to see you in the next one. Okay, cheers, bye. Sorry guys, I always forget something. I always finish the video and then realise I've forgotten to show you something. So this time it's the sword, which I didn't have on because it's kind of tricky to figure out exactly how it's meant to go in, because it's when you have the chain underneath, which kind of seems like how it's meant to go, then it kind of stops the head from going all the way down. So when I have this set up properly, I'll have to figure out how to do that properly so that the head goes in. But just in the meantime, just wanted to give you guys a quick shot with the sword, and then give you a quick look at the sword itself. Yeah, so this is a metal chain as well. I really like the use of metal on this piece, and the use of metal on, you know, for metal on statues in general. I just think it really adds something extra, and it looks really nice. So yeah, it just kind of sits there like that. Yeah, I'm sure I'll figure out how to get it in properly eventually. But anyway, thanks again for watching, guys. Cheers.